Hey, what's up guys, Aarava here, and welcome back to the episode of my F1 2019 Manager Career Mode with Red Bull Honda for round number 6 in this season and for the Canadian Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the previous one, then be sure to go check the one before you see this one at the South African GP. Quite an exhilarating one once again with plenty of overtakes in single laps this time round. It was 16 overtakes in 2 laps for Verstappen at Portugal, and then last episode, spoiler alert, it was Gasly with 16 in 1 lap. So yeah, pretty mad. Our car seems to be very good at overtaking. Our drivers are very hungry for it, even with the random grid. So we'll see how it goes. But Ferrari have definitely been making upgrades, quite a lot of upgrades, because I think overall Ferrari are now second on the grid. We're actually third best car, which is kind of weird because we've been doing so many upgrades, but Ferrari have made leaps and bounds recently. I guess obviously having maybe a better HQ. So, I think some of you guys can maybe tell me in the comments then maybe I should have done some more HQ upgrades. But I honestly think we're still kind of good once the upgrades come in for us in terms of the legendary, the great parts we can do. I think we'll be fine. And to be honest, also, our drivers have been doing a good job anyway. So 2 drivers are fighting away at the front there. Any thoughts about giving team orders? I'm going to say no. That's not going to do anything for us, so that's fine. That's probably the better answer. So yeah, Ferrari are ahead of us. I imagine only by a bit, though, because our engine is... our engine's actually second now. Mercedes have improved their engine as of late, so... we do need to do a few more upgrades. Obviously, we're getting a gearbox made in 10 days' time, but now is when the upgrades come a little bit slower. So it's an interesting period of the season where I think we're very much like right by Mercedes as the best car on the grid in the last few episodes. And now, since the last episode, or 2 episodes ago, Portugal as well, maybe Ferrari improved a little bit. Now they've been coming back at us, and Merc have also come back at us a little bit. So obviously, it's an arms race, but we're still right in the fight. Saying that, we're only 2 points behind Merc, so we're still very much in the fight there. So it's not to kind of worry about, to be honest. But we're going to look at the mistake percentages of our pit crew. Got some high people we need to swap out now. 1.7 can go, 1% can also go, but we've got so many good people in line here to swap through. It's really not an issue. Even on the jack, we got, on the jack it's 0.9, that's the only high one. On the jack, we've got this level 18 we can swap in, 0%. So, looking very good. 2.2 pit crew, and all of them are pretty good, below 0.5%, which is all ace. So we can reject all of these people. We don't need that. 18, we've got a level 18 already. You can reject all of them, and we're all good. So we're going through then, just waiting for car repair to be done, and then we'll check on what we're actually improving here. We're doing reliability on... rear wing, front wing, 2 brakes. That's fine. Engine's all good. So we're just doing mainly performance, actually, we're looking at. Performance of this engine, which still has some way to go. We can also improve another engine, to be honest, but I don't have the space for it right now. We're doing a rear wing here, trying to max that out to 1117. I'll leave that in there, to be honest. So, what else can I take out? What's close to being done? I'm trying to see what close relative to other things. I think this gearbox is nearly there, so I'm going to remove that and add this engine on, because actually, you know what, that's why I didn't do that engine, because there's only 2 places to go, so we probably do need to make a new engine for it to be really worthwhile. So actually I might just put that gearbox back, or brake set back. That's 8 to go, that's only 4 to go, so brake's not worth it. Yeah, I guess I'll just put the gearbox back on. We could do rear wing, possibly. That might be worth it, because we've got a new gearbox coming, so I may as well do rear wing then, actually. And we'll leave the others. That suspension part could definitely go a long way, but obviously I want to concentrate on these parts first, and then we'll see what's what. We'll move on then to the gearbox being done. Pausing that, so that's finished. I'm going to now see what needs to be done here in terms of all these can be removed. This new gearbox can be added on for reliability, performance as well. Let's remove this gearbox, add that on. Move this all the way to performance. Actually, no, we want some reliability, don't we, as well? I'm going to remove all of these for a second and just do half and half and just do the gearbox. And that's going to get done 1 day before the Grand Prix, 5 days before, 4 days before, and 7 days before. So that's going to be a big booster. Designing new parts, though. Gearbox should still go some way. That's our weakest area. But the engine, I think we can tap into that and do a lot of good work again to bring that back up. So let's go for it. So we've got 25 to the max, the risky part, unfortunately. So I can't really go for that. We'll go for this. And then 15 to max, I think. 131. 1315, actually, there. That'll be the best one. Yeah, 1315 is going to be the best. That'll be done 7 days after Grand Prix. Doesn't take too long, actually. 1.7. And that'll be a 1310 max part, which will be a lot better than we got. 1310 will be much better than 1265. So still got a long way to go in terms of how far we can push these engines. Despite the fact we made a legendary engine last time. And we've only got 3 weeks till the first of our HQ upgrades comes in. So that's looking all good. So I'm going to concentrate on this improving parts and just see how this goes then as we go towards Canada. What are we on now? What is this the best gearbox we've now got? No, still got some way to go. Mail, that's fine. Okay, Verstappen, stop telling us our pit crew is fine. I'm going to move this even more over here and then go one more. Oh, we've got to simulate F2. I don't care. I don't care, mate. Let me just see my parts. Let me see my parts. I don't care about the lower categories. I never do. Right, move on. 2 days. Let's see. That's 141. So that's nearly the best gearbox we've got. So I'm going to add stuff back to it basically now. So I'm going to add that engine. Add the front wing back on. Add the rear wing back on. I'll add both rear wings actually because they've both got a long way to go. And I will add on. What else do we have? A front wing. I feel like we had another front wing or maybe something else. Do we have an engine? Engine doesn't need to go a long way. Brakes don't need to go a long way. Front wing could go. That's about 117. Gearbox could go. This other gearbox could go some way, I guess. Yeah, I'll add it. No, yeah, okay, yeah. Because I forgot. Yeah, this is the new gearbox we made. So let's do two gearboxes. And reliability, may as well add other stuff to it just to eke out performance. Suspension part, I guess this could go some better. What else? Brakes were kind of iffy, I guess. So that could be added on. And what else? Front wing, 94, 94, 92. That's fine. Add that one on. That gearbox, I guess. And this engine. Yeah, okay. But let's go towards performance. Because I think we should be fine with 77% on the gearbox. So let's move forward then. Vancouver. What's the report on the race? 40% chance of rain. Okay, interesting. So could be to our liking, obviously, if it does rain. I think this is the last race with Alpine, with Panasonic. Yeah, so one more race. After this, we can redo the Panasonic deal, so that'll be very good for us in terms of cash flow. So tyre wear then. High tyre wear. If it does rain, though, could be interesting. So let's take plenty of super softs, but I'll also take 4 softs because it is a very abrasive circuit, so I don't want to risk it too much there. So let's just take a nice mixture. Obviously, we don't need to worry about having not having enough tyres because obviously you don't need to worry about it too much in practice. So in terms of all the parts we're fitting, this engine to... Wait, that's the better engine. Why have I changed it? So that's all the same. That's all the same. Gearbox is the thing that needs to improve. Right, the gearbox... That is still technically just one lower, but that's an upgrade for Gasly, so I'll add that onto Gasly. Verstappen gets that one. I'll give Verstappen the bit of suspension. Gasly can take that one now. He's happy. He's content. That's fine. We'll move on into practice. Right, taking practice, send them out on the middle tyre. Once again, it seems to be the kind of best choice in a way for our team, especially if we're being flexible in the strategy. Downforce-wise, Gasly, wow, this is a saved setup, and Gasly does not like that. Jesus, okay, that's really out of whack then. Very out of whack. I'm going to have to redo this and revamp this, get back to where we were, because I feel like the saved setup is pretty decent. Let's do something like that and see, but geez, that's a big level of downforce difference between the two drivers. I've literally got Verstappen on that middle downforce level and Gasly up there, so either Gasly's going to be right on point or Verstappen's not, and I don't know why. Oh, wow, it's really just taking that long to do the setup change. Jeez, okay, that's a long time to change a setup, man. But yeah, as I was saying, one guy's going to be very happy and the other's not with that difference of downforce level. So let's see how they go. Verstappen comes in. What is he going to say for the downforce levels, mate? It's good and great. I don't know where to go for that, mate. I'm going to say more downforce because we could go more on the rear wing, but then it's going towards lower. So I could lower the front wing and go about there. I think that could be the one. Actually, that was quite close to where Gasly was, actually, to be fair. And then handling-wise, going to go towards oversteer and see how that goes. Speed balance was kind of fine. I'm going to go towards top-end speed, though, like by a little click, maybe, and see how that goes. We'll do 8 laps and just try and get the knowledge down. Gasly bring in. He's only just started his flying lap, though, because he's quite out of sync now with Verstappen because of that really long setup change. I thought I'd misclicked and he didn't go out the garage, but no, that's just how long the setup took. And Gasly's setup's all over the place. Handling's not good. He doesn't like that oversteer setup, so I can already tell that Verstappen's not going to like that oversteer setup either, so that's really annoying now. We've gone the wrong way with Verstappen. We'll go towards hard, suspension, gearbox was fine, downforce was okay. I'll go lower on the downforce and see how that goes for him. But I'll keep to the acceleration. Actually, if he likes that, then he probably wants more downforce then. So let's go to there. Bring that back. Bring this back all the way over here. All right, let's see how that goes for him. 4 laps, Supersofts. Bit of a fiddly, faffy one in this practice session. This is the only kind of real part I always hate about this game. It's just a real stickler when it comes to the practice stuff. It never follows logic, and it never follows any pattern from previous races. It's always just very wishy-washy. Verstappen's in, right? Yeah, he didn't like that handling. We need to go back to softs. We need to go back to the understeer, as it were, which is all the way over here, actually. So harder suspension back there. So that's good. So that's both excellence. So let's go down towards there. That might be the one. And then downforce was actually excellent. So that's all good. So I'll go for A laps now, and I will leave him out there, as will Gasly. I'll leave them both out. We'll get the knowledge, and we'll check the setups at the end of the session. Right, Gasly's in. His downforce is not good, so this is really annoying me. This is taking far too long. 83. How are we this slow on setup? Jesus, come on. Right, handling. I don't even know where you want to go now, mate. Do you want to go lower or higher? I don't know. We can't go any lower, so we're going to have to go this way. But that's towards poor as well. So I really don't know what you want, mate. Like, where am I going to go? Downforce. Let's go lower. You were good there, so you're poor there. So you want to go lower. You want to go towards there. Make up your mind, mate. Right. That is going to be that. And then this is going to go all the way down there. I'm going to push the... I'm going to have to push the handling all the way over here, because I think that's where we need to go. And then speed balance down there. Right. Hopefully that's the one. If it's not, I'm going to tear my hair out, because this is really annoying me now. This is just frustrating. Tyre choice. May as well go ultras now. Just get that knowledge. Verstappen, please give me some good news, mate. Please give me good news. Oh, that's not even that amazing. Excellent, good, and okay, isn't it? Or great. Yeah, great and good. 91. Right, great was over there. So let's go back to... I think that could be the excellent we're looking for. And then this was great. So let's stay there. And excellent, let's stay there. So that is all I'm going to change. And that is the most I'm going to go for. Ultras, go. Right, we're on 88%. Lovely. I actually hate this. I'm just stating this now. This is actually the most aids I've had on this game yet. Which way? This is good. That's poor. This is poor. This is such a fine margin. This is not usually the margin for good to excellent. This is far too small a margin for good to excellent. Right, go back to there. Right, that has got to be it. If that is not a banging setup, I don't know what is. Ultra. Right, Verstappen, give me some good news, mate. You need to be 1 excellent, 2 grades. I will take that because it's been pissing me off so much. 96. I'm happy with that. Go back out on ultras. I will accept that. My God. Right, practice ended, and I don't even know what the setup was like for Gasly in the end of it. I guess we'll just see when we get there, because it's now time for the race, and we'll see where we end up. I can tell the Ferraris at the front end there for once, because the Ferraris have been screwed over quite a fair bit. We're P6 with Verstappen again. 16th now, this time with Gasly. But Leclerc is on pole then, the lead Ferrari on pole for the first time ever, I think. The Ferraris have been, like I said, Vettel's 8th, so for once they've not been really pushed down the order. This time Hamilton has. Where is he? Is he all the way at the back? No, I've missed him. I keep missing drivers when I'm looking at... there we go, P12. So at least Verstappen's ahead of Hamilton there, and we get a good start. We can try and challenge the Ferraris. Right, knowledge-wise, it doesn't look like there's going to be any rain. There's a 40% chance, but it's looking pretty dry to me. It's probably going to be a super soft race for me, I would say. Just looking at probably the tyre wear. But there we go. Finally, after all that ball ache, we've got 3 excellents with Gasly. That's good. Right, 52 laps. These go 38, so it should be a comfy 1-stop on super soft. So that's what we'll go for both drivers. I think track position is going to be key for us. And if it rains, it's going to help us as well, because track position, again, will give us the, basically flexibility to go onto wets if it does rain right at the end of the race. But it doesn't look likely for the first third at least. So we'll go super softs, try and aim to go about lap 26, which is halfway, and go the other 26 laps on the other set of super softs. and we'll just do our race, not worry about other people going on softer tyres, maybe or harder tyres. Oh, need to go to overtake mode there, and that'll be the plan. Right, let's go to 5 red lights to the Canadian Grand Prix. P6 and 16th on the grid. Fire lights are out and we're underway, and it is a bit of an annoying start there for Verstappen as he gets held up a little bit. Now down the inside, up into P5. Gasly's gone backwards momentarily to P17, so that's not good. Let's follow on with Verstappen, though, up into P3. Now battling Leclerc, so he's already got ahead of Vettel, Verstappen, and Verstappen's now making a charge for P1, storming into the lead now. That'll be 6 overtakes in a lap there to get the lead. Yes, he has got the lead. What a storm there. Gasly P13, Hamilton's P6 though as well, so he's done a good job. Vettel is P7, Leclerc maintains P3, Norris now down to P3 as Leclerc is going around the outside side by side with Ricciardo, that is, for P2, and he is into P2, I believe. Yeah, he is, but Verstappen is the man in charge in P1. Good stuff there, mate. Leclerc, meanwhile, Gasly, I should say, P11, now P10, around the outside of Markelov, now also, or nearly around the outside of Markelov. Can we get round? Let's use ERS, get past the Porsche, close up to Markelov, get past Markelov, round the outside of Hulkenberg as well, or no, Raikkonen, sorry, that is, Hulkenberg's next. So Verstappen, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Hamilton, Norris, Vettel, Hulkenberg, and Gasly. Okay, let's go to conserve now. Try and calm this down. Medium and conserve, as we need to stretch these tyres compared to the others. We're all on ultras, apart from Hamilton. Hamilton's the only man who's also gone a little bit harder tyres. Everyone else has gone ultras. Interesting. So maybe Hamilton's joining us on this one stop here. So let's see how this goes now. We're conserve. Let's see how we can do about controlling this gap 1.7 to Leclerc. It's coming down. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised and annoyed if Leclerc comes and overtakes us because we are going conservative. Hamilton's under investigation for something, and he is going to pit. No, is he? No, I think he's been reprimanded there. No issue, but he's got damage to his car. So I wonder if he's going to have to pit. He's on conserve. That might be Hamilton with major issues if he's got damage and conserving here in this Grand Prix. Meanwhile, Gasly's P8 still, behind Hulkenberg and Norris. He's got Al behind him for company as well. We're good enough for neutral now, so let's get back into this now, please. We get overtaken by Al, unfortunately. Get past the Toro Rosso, though. Alright, let's use ERS. We've just been re-overtaken by the Toro Rosso. Get past that Toro Rosso, thank you. Back into P8, so that Toro Rosso of Hulkenberg's having, unfortunately, is causing us issues a little bit with Gasly, and he's been overtaken by Auer, who's faster right now, which is surprising, because Auer's been pretty crap as of late. 2.7 though, the gap to Leclerc. So Verstappen's doing a good job at controlling this race. Right, used the DRS. We've overtaken Lando Norris there for P6. That was a bit of a flash, my apologies. But you just get that done, really. I was kind of getting impatient with Gasly being P7 forever. So he's P6 now. There's a bit of a gap to Auer, but not too much. So we could catch him, but I also don't want to push the tyres too much because we need to stick to the schedule of this one stop there. Meanwhile, Verstappen 3.6 ahead of Leclerc. Doing an okay job, to be honest. Got ERS to play around with, so he's doing a fabulous job. But Leclerc and Vettel, you can see there, Ferrari clearly are looking stronger now these days. P2 and P3, but Verstappen, being that good and having the better car, is doing a great job in P1. Gasly P6, and Hamilton is way down in P18 with that damage he had. So this could be a very good Grand Prix for us. We could take the championship lead in the Constructors for sure with Red Bull Honda here, this race. Right, Leclerc has made a pit stop. Vettel's probably going to be pushing this lap to make a pit stop next lap. So, lap 14 is when they're pitting. What will Leclerc go on to? He's made a pit stop for also fixing stuff as well. Because, look, wow, he's been there for ages. He must have had major damage to something. He's still there. He's still there. He's now come out of P16. That's a woeful pit stop there for Leclerc. He's now on super soft tyres. So, I think most people are going to try a two-stop onto supers maybe. Or a one-stop onto soft tyres rather than two supers. So I think we're in good nick here. Let's just watch what Vettel does, because if he comes in and doesn't have damage, he's going for one more lap, actually, interesting enough. So let's just watch him. Let's see, is he pushing two? Yeah, okay, now he's going to come in. What tyre is he going to come onto? I'm curious now if he does a two-stop or a one-stop. He comes in, and he's onto another set of ultras. That's a definite two-stop then. So it looks like a lot of these guys are leading two-stops. And Vettel comes out ahead of Gasly. So Gasly actually needs to get his move on here, because he needs to make sure we get ahead of all these two-stoppers. Otherwise, we've really shot ourselves in the foot by not pushing enough. Right, we're ahead of Auer now, who's made a pit stop, but Gasly actually did overtake him just before he made his pit stop, so he's got some good pace here. 50% tyre wear, we're at 18 laps to go. I think we should be comfortable still with Gasly to make this a one-stop. We've still got Vettel in our... I love this camera angle. You can see the car up ahead. We got Vettel right there. So it's not like he's massively getting away from us. So I think he's still in our pit stop window when he makes the second pit stop. He's still very much in that pit stop window. So we should be fine with him actually to jump him. So I think we could try and aim for the 1-3, 1-2 this race. Verstappen's even better, obviously. 18 seconds of Ricciardo. He's very, very good. He can chill out. Right, Hamilton's back up into P7, having made his pit stop for damage. He's now behind Auer, but on worn tyres. So he's on obviously a different strategy. He's out of sync of this entire Grand Prix. But I would imagine with the pace Hamilton has, anyway, as an AI car, as an AI driver, and the car as well, he should be able to get back up into the top 7. He should be able to stay here, basically, eventually, and get back to here, even when he makes his extra pit stop. For us, 4 laps to go. Verstappen just going on. Gasly have conserved a little bit because, of course, his tyre wear is not as good as Verstappen's. He's 41% compared to 47%. So I'm just making sure Gasly can actually get to lap 26 in good nick. But obviously, once we get towards lap 25, I'll probably start fully attacking Gasly to come in for the in-lap. But we're up into P3 already, so we're ahead of Ricciardo. So the only man we're really racing here is Vettel with Gasly. And Verstappen should not be racing anyone. He's in his own race. He's just doing his thing like South Africa. Looking very, very good. Right, pitting in this lap, lap 27 with Gasly. He's done some great work there. That should be easy one stop, mate. Let's go fast pit stop because we need to try and beat Vettel here in this pit stop battle. Whereas Verstappen, I've been saving fuel with him because now we'll go overtake mode and attack, and he'll come in on this lap. Let's go off auto. Use all that ERS. Gasly's a good pit stop. No issues there. Verstappen using all his ERS for a good in-lap. We'll pit in this lap, mate. Even though you've got tyre wear to burn, we'll just play it safe here. Fast pit stop, come in this lap. And let's see how this goes. Right, Gasly, let's go medium and pushing there on that out lap. Verstappen will come in. He's a minus 1.3 there, so a good in-lap there for him. It's a good pit stop, no mistakes there. He's in second place now. But obviously Vettel, no, he's in first place. It just said second for a second. Oh, he's right ahead of Vettel. So that'll be quite demoralising for Vettel to see Verstappen make his one and only pit stop and come out ahead of him. So that's very good for him. And for Gasly, he's just there. That's him. That's Vettel. We should... Ooh, 21 seconds. You know, that's close. That's very close. I might need to go for that attacking her a little bit and try and push to try and get in that pit stop window. Right, Vettel's pit, and we're ahead of Vettel now. We got comfortably ahead of Vettel, so now we can calm things down. Need to go low fuel with Gasly because I burnt a lot trying to push because I wasn't sure where Vettel would come out. He's actually come out way behind than I thought. P6. So I think he must have had a car issue, I think. He must have, because I would have assumed he would come out in P3 quite close to us. So now I'm going low fuel because we're minus 1.4 with Gasly, so I need to save that fuel ASAP. And we'll go conserve just to bring the tyre temps back down a little bit. But good pushing from Gasly. 1-2. Love it. Hamilton, though, up into P5. What did I say? He's got enough pace to get back up there. Auer P4. So it's still a solid race from Merc, but we should outscore Merc enough to get the lead of the constructors for the first time ever, which would be absolutely amazing. So that would be really sick. So we just got to go to the end now and control this race now. Hopefully nothing, fingers crossed, knock on wood. You know, oh, that wasn't really wood. That's wood. Happens to our cars, and we're all good. Just got to go neutral and low, and neutral medium with both our drivers. Actually high a little bit. We could push the engine a tad with Verstappen and just get to the end of this race now. Oh, and Hamilton's crashed! Mate! Suck it, mate! Suck it! Suck it! That's all the times you've been too OP in this game. Look at you now! In the wall! In the wall! In the garage! I'm not salty. I'm not. Okay? Okay, I don't know what you're on about, guys. I'm not salty at all. I'm not. I have it under control. I've not got emotional about an AI car. Never. And the safety car's out. Okay, interesting. Okay, this will bunch things up then. Gonna bunch... Ooh, should we make a free pit stop? I may as well make a free pit stop with Verstappen for a fresh set of supers. How many laps are left? We got just under 20. Ultras? Yeah, why not? Ultras. We'll go Ultras with Verstappen. May as well. Pit strategy, we'll go with balance. Don't need to risk anything, but yeah, we'll come in. We've got the time to make that pit stop. Gasly probably does not. Gasly doesn't have the time to make that pit stop, so we'll go conserve with him and have to go to the end on this set. But Verstappen's got the luxury of having the time there to come in. Is Ricciardo coming in? If Ricciardo does come in, I could come in, but no, he's not going to come in, so I won't come in either. Right, safety car's heading to the garage this lap, so we've got to get ready for this and get prepped with full out attack. Let's go high. Over there, I'll go high fuel with Gasly. Can't afford to go medium. We'll go attacking and get ready for this restart then, because once we go green, need them to push like a stabbed rat. Here we go, round the final bend, and Verstappen's going to push. Gasly as well, auto and ERS. Where is he in conjunction with Ricciardo? Lots of blue flags there, and Ricciardo is just there. This is actually going to be quite fine with Gasly and the other cars maybe. He needs to bolt, and bolt quickly. Let's go medium fuel now to save the fuel once again. Tyres overheated with Verstappen. Let's go down to conserve. We'll go neutral now with Gasly, but the gap is only about 1 second there for him to Ricciardo. So this race now just got interesting. 12 laps to go, and Gasly's going to really have to fight for P2 maybe, because Vettel's now to P3. We've said how fast Ferrari are looking these days. Verstappen should be fine. He should be good. We can go overtake mode, backup mode, and conserve the tyres, get those back down to temperature, and be fine. Still on the fuel. Yeah, he's still high and conserve. We've got a drive-through for Ericsson. Verstappen's now all good. Medium and high. We'll keep on with that. And oh, what on earth happened there? I missed this. Gasly's down to P4 now, because Vettel's on attack mode. Ours got fresh ultras. Oh, dear no. So Gasly... That's unfortunate. Gasly did not have the time there he couldn't pit under the safety car, because Gasly would have been down to like P8 or something like that if he did pit. But now he's just not got the tyre wear for it maybe. We need to go attack now and come back at these guys. Gonna use ERS. We're back up into P3, back ahead of Auer. That's good, but now we've got 3 seconds to Vettel. I just don't know if we can do that. Auer's got fresh ultras as well, and we've got worn super softs, and we just can't afford to be pushing them too much. We're back down to P4, being attacked by Leclerc. There's a retirement for the other Ericsson there. Verstappen's 5 seconds ahead of Vettel. He's fine. He should be fine. We've got 8 laps to go. Hulkenberg has had a penalty. We've got tyres overheated for Verstappen, so I need to go conserve with him. Leclerc pit for another set of tyres. So now Ricciardo's back behind us. So you can see there, me and Ricciardo are in the same boat. We didn't pit. We had worn super softs, and we're down the order the same amount. That's unfortunate, but that's really just a case of Gasly didn't have the gap to make that pit stop, whereas Vettel and Auer did, because they were already down the order, which is unfortunate. Can we close back up? We've got 5 seconds to Auer. We've got 5 laps left. I could just go flat out attack and see what happens, but I don't really think it's going to work. I'm going to go flat out attack on lap 49, I'm going to say. And, oh, Leclerc's crashed. That's good for me, at least. One less Ferrari to worry about in terms of the constructors. But both Leclerc and Hamilton crash. Interesting. Right, 48. We'll go pushing now. Let's go. Right, about 4 seconds behind Auer. It's not really gained too much. We're now losing some time because the tyre wear is starting to kick in at the end of this stint. It's the final lap of the Grand Prix. Verstappen should be all good to take P1. Gasly, though, will be P4. But Verstappen takes 2 wins in a row for the first time this season. Well done, lad. Well done. Absolutely amazing control race there. Never in doubt from you, son. Gasly, unfortunately, P4, mate. Sorry about that. Just got caught out with the safety car, unfortunately. Vettel and Auer, P2, P3, flying the flag for Ferrari and Merc, respectively. But P4 still pretty damn decent. Verstappen, though, mega drive, mate. Your 3rd win of the season, I believe. And 2nd in a row, like I said. Mega stuff. Control that in the entire race. And where is Hamilton's car? I think he's down there. Look at him, parked up in the garage. I'm still not salty, so I swear. Right, first place there with Verstappen, and Verstappen actually got the fast lap of the Grand Prix. Finally, Hamilton can't get the fast lap of the Grand Prix for once. Verstappen did, so he gets the maximum points from that race, 27. Gasly gets 12 there for P4. Lovely stuff. Gold trophy. Well done, Max. And we're now 20 points behind Hamilton in the championship. That's changed things now. Verstappen could genuinely start to make a mount for the Drivers' Championship. Gasly's down to P3, but still doing a great job ahead of the rest of the guys there. And constructors-wise, we're now 22 points ahead of Merc with Hamilton's DNF. Ferrari now are P3, but are now trying to get away from P4 there. They're actually not that close, though. They need to do a lot of work to really get close in the championship fight. But it's, even though we became the 3rd best team there, Verstappen's doing such a good job in that car, and with that, the better car out of the 2, he's doing a mega job. And like I said, once he gets into the lead as well, like Hamilton in a way, he just, he's able to control the race really well. 2.4 million, looking good. So pretty much nearly a perfect episode. Obviously, last time I was probably more perfect with the 1-2. This was still equal. I think this was more satisfying, though, because of that Hamilton DNF and the fast lap. I can't lie there. So, guys, if you did enjoy this episode, then be sure to hit that like button. Let me know your thought in the comments below. If you're on your own, hit subscribe for weekly, full-on content. I've been aarava. Home just to stay. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.